Welcome in everyone. I'm so grateful. It's nice having you all here. I hope you guys can hear me clearly because I'm trying to improvise. I'm not here with my tripod, and so I'm using something to hold my phone upward. But I hope you guys can hear me clearly. Okay, nice. Okay, today we're supposed to talk about emotionally expressive men. The tag will not allow me put up the full topic on the tag, so that is why I try to abbreviate as much as I can. So welcome in everyone. It's nice having you guys here. I'm very much grateful to have you here. Without you guys here, I would not be pushed to always come up here to have a chit chat with you. And it's always nice to have you guys share your opinions and all. Ugo, you dropped. I don't know if it's your network. I'll try to confirm if it's your network. So today we'll be talking about emotionally expressive men, like I mentioned, and I want all of us to give our full. I don't know the word to use here now, but I want us to be all engaging and give our thoughts actually, what we think or what we feel or who we think emotionally expressive men are. I choose to talk about this topic today because of a situation recently observed. It's between a couple. So the husband recently came online to cry out. And in his expression, the wife had left him, even without making an hint. Musa Grabber. Sorry, I don't know this person. Okay, so the wife had left him on a weekend. The wife had told him that he wants to travel to go see the family. And it's not even travel, like he wants to go see the sister. Okay, there, no problem. That he wants to go see the sister. And this couple, they have babies, they still have kids, like they have the eldest child at the time he said was 5 years old, and the middle child was 3 year old, and the other child was about the baby was still like in the toddler stage, still breastfeeding or so, something like that. I think the light went off. It's not charging then. So sorry, I'm trying to fix my light so that when the light finally goes off here, we don't go blank. Okay, but I will just continue as fast as I can. So she said that the man, in his words, he said the wife had left 3 kids for him on the pretense of going to see the sister and will be right back in a couple of hours. So the wife left the home and did not come back. Hours passed by and he tried reaching out. Every member of the family were like, they don't know where she is. And he became very worried, thinking that it's a case of kidnap or a missing person. So a day after, they kept on searching and no news of the whereabouts about the wife. So they kept searching though, and he officially went to report at the police station and filed for a missing person. Having done this, still they couldn't get any useful information about her whereabouts. So they gave up the search. And after a month or so, news came to him that the wife had actually traveled out, leaving him behind with the kids. So this left the man very devastated. At some point, he said he was really broken because he did not know how to start catering for kids who are still very, very much tender. And within him, he was struggling to find out how to be able to like manage the situation. So He said, but he went back on his feet and was able to like cater for all of the children. And 10 years down the line, this woman comes back. And when she comes back, she's threatening that she wants to take the kids along. She wants to take them back to the country where she has eloped to and wants to give them a better life. So the man now, seeing how the woman is trying to intimidate him with the wealth she has actually acquired now, the woman goes to get file a court warrant for her to be able to get her kids from him, and then also sometimes use police and other law enforcement body to intimidate the man and harass the man to bring the children to her. So this man came out crying, and while making a video, he was crying profusely, like literally crying. You could see the fleck coming from his nostrils and tearing up. So in the comment section, people were really very, very like, I was expecting people to express like a kind of sympathy towards this man, seeing what he has come to narrate, and try to sympathize with him and maybe even provide solutions on how they can be able to like work out things. But instead, people were bashing him. We're telling him, how can you be crying? How can you be crying? You're a man. You don't need to cry. You need to man up. You need to know what you're doing and fight back. Coming online to cry is not a thing for you to do, and this is not the way for you to get your child. Rather, this is a woman's thing. Men don't cry and all of that. So while reading that in my head, I'm like, I don't get. This is a man who is scared that his children will be taken away from him. And from what he has said, he has suffered to nurse them, because this is like 10 years later. At the time when the wife left him, the first child was just 5 years. So this is now probably the child is about 15 years, 10 years of not knowing or having a one-on-one closure or intimacy with the mom, like getting to have a mother and child relationship, and you're coming after 10 years to say you want to go with the kids and all. So this man now is feeling kind of intimidated, because it felt like with the level of influence the woman has been able to gather and the wealth, the woman might actually win him over in court and also otherwise. So this is what had prompted him to come out to cry. And I'm feeling like at this time, this is not the time for you to be bashing or cautioning him or letting him know how to go about or how to address the issue, but rather this is the time for you to be able to like provide solution and not see who the tears is coming from, be it a man or a woman. So there, when I had these conversations with a couple of friends and colleagues, I would say, they were saying that usually in the society where we are, it's not prone for men to express themselves emotionally. And this pushed for further discussion. While we're sitting, we asked, okay, as a woman, would you prefer to have an emotionally expressive man? It's quite unfortunate Angel and the other ladies are not here now for me to be able to get their opinion, because they are women at this time. So I was asking, how can one expect so much from a man and then not expect them to be able to we expect them to bottle up a lot, but not expect them to be able to express. And then at the same time, I want to find out if we as women would love to have an emotionally expressive partner. Because I, for one, I was saying that yes, to some limit, I would not want to have an emotionally expressive partner, one who is too emotional at every given point. They tend to maybe tear up or express themselves either physically or otherwise, because being emotionally expressive doesn't limit you to being a teary man alone. It's not you just tearing out, you always coming to talk about certain things. There are certain things you can see and you just overlook or not react to. But as an emotionally expressive person, be it a man or a woman, you tend to see them want to talk about it or address it. So I was saying that I, for one, as a lady, I wouldn't want a so much emotionally expressive partner. So I wanted to find out, and from the men, being emotionally expressive as a thing for you guys, if it's something that you see as something you should do, or you try to like withhold yourself back from doing such. So that's what we'll be talking about today, and I don't know if anyone has any opinion or any other contribution towards this, as to the extent I've spoken. Okay. Sorry. Oh, I know it's gonna go off soon. I know it's gonna go off soon. Okay. And this light is not coming up. Oh, it's back. Not good. Shout out. What's no good? Sorry, I know you're still at work and you will not want to be like fully in communication. I'm sorry. I'm still at work and I'm still working, using style to work at the same time. Okay. So Shato, you said what? You said it's not so okay back in there. Okay, about the light, right? Thank God the lights came back. But I don't know how long it will last because almost everyone is exiting the building now. So
May I come in?
yes, with Valley, you can. Why I'm trying to like close up on something here. Yes, with Valley, you can.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for showing up
Yeah,
tonight. Well, the topic is it okay for men to also express their emotions?
yeah,
I think what we have to understand is that we are emotional beings. Doesn't care if is a lady or a man. Everyone experiences emotions. But there is always a difference on how we express these emotions and also our breaking point. Okay. For the breaking point of a man, like to, uh, how should I call it? Reaching a breaking point and they express their emotions,
yeah,
or to reach a point where they can no longer hold their emotions. It cannot be compared with that of ladies. I think we know that. But I think it's important for everyone to express their emotions. Doesn't care if doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man, because the longer you go on suppressing these emotions, you can reach a point whereby you become compulsive in nature. And of course, when you become compulsive, this can be very dangerous to people around you. Okay, uh, there is uh, there is something that happened some few years back when where I was staying. A woman, married man, was staying with her relatives. So they had some arguments with they were very very quiet people. So there are people, of course, who are very secretive, and you couldn't know a lot that is happening at their home. They had some misunderstandings, but of course. They were secretive, so we couldn't know what was going on. But one day, I don't know what happened. So now, I think the guy reached a breaking point. So they had, so it was so unfortunate that a lot of evil things happened. Okay, I don't know what sparked that experience, but I think the woman did something bad, and the man reached a point of, this point of saying, I no longer, I don't care. So like he had to chase a woman and they went outside naked and a lot of things happened. So you can see reaching that level, it's because people keep on accumulating a lot of these emotions. They don't express them, so they keep on accumulating and accumulating and accumulating. So they reach a point where they can no longer hold these emotions, and that time can come in, that time can express itself when it's that when the time is not appropriate at all. Probably when you're in a wrong place and you happen to express those emotions and you cause damage to people around you, or you cause something that will never be forgotten. Okay, so I think it's not just women but also men. It's very important for them to express their emotions. Like expressing emotion is something healthy. Okay, and in fact, if you go a little bit deeper, you're going to realize most of the research that has been made, people in the field of neuroscience, they say that people who keep, you're going to realize most people who don't express those negative emotions and they keep accumulating them, those emotions can reach a point of manifestation. And of course, something negative emotions will always manifest negative experiences. So some of those negative experiences can be diseases like ulcers and cancer. Actually, there are some studies that have been made to bring out this point that cancer is an expression of negative emotions. Okay, so it's very important. It's very important for people, everyone, to express their emotions at a certain point. Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Wait Valley. Yes, Alex, welcome in. Like you said, yes, not being very expressive actually causes some negative effects, especially on the men, because most times people tend to talk about, oh, why do men usually die earlier than women? And on looking at it, recent studies have shown that when one is not expressive, when you don't express yourself, you bottle up a lot of emotions within you. This can cause like serious dysfunction in your system, like just as you mentioned, like cancer. But I don't want to like I don't want to agree with that though. But I feel like bottling up a lot of things in your heart and you not being able to express it can cause a lot of like heart issues. Before you know it, your BP is high because you're bottling these things off and you're not expressing it. And sometimes you're not even expressing, bottling these things up. It makes you flare up at little incidents, like things that are not supposed to make you react or things that are not supposed to make you feel cause an outburst. You just see yourself letting loose for minor issues. Welcome in, Mr. Henry. Do you get so? My major reason for asking is because I want to find out, like, when some men don't like express themselves, when they tend to bottle up these things, how do they feel? Everyone is at work. Everyone is at work. Welcome in. The one person that has even agreed to stay with me is about leaving because, yeah, series of calls. So, like I was saying, what I want to find out most especially is from women, but they are not right here now. So I want to find out from the men also. When you people don't express yourself, when you withhold back that emotions, is it willingly or because of what you feel like, what would people think of me, or what would people say, what would the world say about me? When you tend to like hold tight and don't tend to like leave an outburst, because it makes me wonder. I feel like yeah, men are built stronger, but at the same time, I feel like we have emotions running towards us, because at a tender and a younger age, when you ask the boy child certain things, you see that they relate in the same way the female child also relates. You see that they have that same feeling. So I want to know, I want to find out, is it that you tend to bottle up these things and try to hide up these emotions because you are men, and the world or the society see you as men, and because of that you shouldn't express yourself. I had a lot written down, but I'm sorry, since I'm not home, I could not even get my jotter or to go through it. So, but I'm just trying to like pick one or two from what I have said. Please, guys, bear with me today. Hey, Reynolds, welcome in. Mr. Henry, so you said you're at work, because of that you can't come up, right? I understand. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the heart. Okay. Wait, Valley, is that your microphone coming up?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You've got
Yeah,
something to
so
say?
yes, I
Mhm.
yes, yes. From what you've just asked, the question I want to attend to the question you just asked.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Yes.
you.
I think we yes, I think we men, we are genetically engineered, and also the society has contributed to always put us in a position to always be the last people standing. Okay, we should always be the last people to cry, because we have been brought up in a way to be protective, to protect our family. If anything happens to our family, of course, we should always be the ones to handle. Society has taught us that. Okay, so of course, you cannot express your emotions in between of your family, like when you're just next to your family members, your kids, your wife. You have to make sure you suppress all those emotions so that you can be seen as a what? As the protector. So I think it's because of our genetic makeup. There's a time when our there's a time when we lived with a society when everything was all about fighting. So someone with power or someone masculine was always able to take care of their family, and you should always be the last person standing. And also, as we went on evolving, society has to instill that and enforce it, that yes, you're a man, you have to take care of your family, you have to protect your family. Everything starts with you, and you should always be the last person standing.
Sorry. So the reason why men bottle up a lot and not express is because of societal discipline, so to say, because of what the society has made them to see as the best way of handling situations, right?
Yeah, it is actually conditioning. It is society has conditioned us to, yes, to it has put us into that position, and there is no way how we can get out of that. But anyway, society, the environment we live in is changing, so it is not very necessary for us to be protective, because we are no longer faced the same issues like our ancestors used to face. Okay, there is a time when our ancestors, they were always in war fighting. And of course, when you're in the war, you know very well there are some, like ladies and children are always, in danger. People take advantage of them because they are weak. Okay, women are weak and also children are weak. So if they are in a society where there's no law that is controlling the environment, of course, people will always take advantage of people who are weaker than them. Okay, so that's why it's very important for a man to take care of those people, and always those people, ladies and children, always gravitated towards their protector, and that's the man, the family taker. So because of that rapidity, because of that thing that has been happening for a longer period of time, we epigenetically inherited it. It is also embedded into our genes. It is natural. It comes out naturally without even thinking about it. Okay. Then after being embedded into our genes, we also find ourselves when the society where we live is expecting us to do the same thing. So it is always engraved and demanded in all different ways.
Okay. Okay, so in conclusion of as regards your own perspective regarding this now, you feel a man who is emotionally expressive, you can be termed as a weak man, right? That's what you say. Because from what you just said now, in society, men and women tend to tilt towards the man as a stronger link. So because of that, because they want to be seen as a stronger link, they will not want to be so expressive.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say a person who is emotionally expressive that is weak, because everyone is emotion and there are different ways that we express our emotions. But I think it is the breaking point. Okay, uh, everyone at some point is going to reach. Every person, I think, doesn't matter if he's a man or a woman, has a breaking point. They can suppress these emotions, and if these emotions have been triggered for, they can reach a point where they can erupt. Okay, when a person can no longer control them, so that's the breaking point. So sometimes it can, some men can, how should I put it? They have a threshold which is a little bit higher than that of what of ladies. But I think it depends at what level you're expressing these emotions, and of course, on what. Okay, because for example, if you have a fight with your woman, or if you have a fight with your family members, and you have an explosion of the emotions, then I would say you're weak. But then, if probably you're at the point of probably protecting your family, okay, probably someone has invaded your family and is trying to do something inappropriate, then you maybe lose control. Then it's understandable. I wouldn't say that you're weak, you know, something.
Okay.
If you get my point, yes, yeah.
Okay, but if it's a fight with the woman and he shows his emotions by maybe tearing up, expresses himself, you see him as weak.
Yes, if it's a family issue that you could handle, if it's something that is mundane, by mundane I mean because mundane also can be subjective.
Okay.
There's something that I may think that is mundane, and to another person it's something serious. So I think it depends on exactly what triggers you. There are some simple things that can. There are some people who are triggered by very mundane things. Okay, and of course, if you're triggered by that, everyone in the society is going to say yes. You wouldn't have done that, but you
Okay.
did it. Yeah.
What about
For example, if you pay attention on how most of the ladies react to situations, you're going to realize that there's also some men who react to such situations, but they are very few. So such people, I would say, they are weak. If you're emotionally equal to a woman, because women, there is a way how women are built. Okay, they are engineered by either genetics and society. They are weaker emotionally. We know that. But also there are some men who are weak at that level, who are functioning at that level, who have more feminine energy, So, but of course, but men, of course, men who are dominated by masculine energy, they don't have to express themselves like women, They have to have a certain limit, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, they
okay.
shouldn't they shouldn't be very they shouldn't react to there's some things they shouldn't react to,
That they shouldn't show
But of
any
course,
form of vulnerability at all. That's what you're saying.
I think they should, but at what level? The level will always matter, because if you don't express any emotion, that's also weakness. That's also sickness. Okay, that
Okay.
also can be a problem. But which level? At what level are you expressing that kind of expression? What's your breaking point?
Mhm.
I think that will be the question.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Wait Valley. Like I said, I'm trying to keep this short so that I can be on the move back. Sorry, guys. I would have had a lot to say, but it's quite unfortunate. Like, see head up here. So, to break it short, some were of the opinion that emotionally expressive men, sometimes most of them do it in a deceptive form, just to be able to seem like they are vulnerable to their partner and try to like make the grace of their partner, seeing them as being vulnerable, try to make that grace from them. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from or what I'm talking about. A lot was said, but it's quite unfortunate. I'm stuck in here and I do not have my notes to kind of slide through, but I would like for us to like come to a concluding part. And what I would say from my end, um, I feel like emotionally expressive men are still men, and it's not what we should take for granted or maybe see them as being deceptive with their form of vulnerability. And then also, like, I don't know if it was sometimes our conscious mind can tell us and make us know when someone is trying to be deceptive towards us or trying to play on our intelligence, either by faking an attitude or so. So with this, I feel like when you see men who are truly, truly emotionally expressive, I feel like it's their nature, because just as you've mentioned, there are some men who are feminine in maybe physically, they act more feminine. So such men can be really very emotionally expressive. I still can't tell the reasons why most men are very feminine, regardless of their hormones, their other masculine features. Do you get? But hopefully, when we'll talk furthermore on next episodes, we'll be able to readdress this and then speak more on it. Clara Pido, I see you told
Hello.
you you want to say something. Yes, please.
Uh, yes, I would like to say something.
Okay.
First of
Thank
all,
you.
what I would like to say is that you have to be very careful what you wish for or what you are wishing for,
Okay.
because you don't want a man that is not emotionally expressive. Seriously, you don't, because somebody that is not emotionally expressive is likely to have dead feelings and dead emotions. So such men, in fact, they can cause havoc and not feel bad about it and not even feel anything. In fact, I like what Wits Valley said when he said, we are all human beings and human beings are emotional beings. So it's ingrained in us to.
Sorry, I think we lost him now. Okay, we Valiant. Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. So, like I was saying,
Yes, we
if
can hear you. Mm.
I think his network.
Well, I think he's battling with his own. Yes. Okay, are you
hello.
back now? Yes.
Okay, sorry, please just give me a few times then. I just give me some few time. I don't know what's wrong with this my network. I'm coming.
Okay. Okay. What I was saying is that I said I want an emotionally expressive man, but not so emotionally expressive, is what I said though. Like at some point, yes, at some point one can let down their guards and just let loose with their partner and be free, because I feel you being very much emotionally expressive gives room for better communication between you and your partner. That's because you're not holding anything back and you're not feeling you're not scared to be vulnerable to them to some certain extent. Do you get? So that's why but when I say I don't want too emotionally expressive, because according to the society now, when a man is seen in, so they see him as a weakling, they see you as weak, they see you as um being maybe an homosexual. Do you get you're still hiding under the covers or in the cupboard. That's why you are trying to start to still push out a form of masculinity. That's why I said I want an emotionally expressive man, but not so emotionally expressive. Not like I do not want an emotionally expressive man. I want to be a gentleman, so to say. One who's got true feelings, who's got real feelings, and human sympathy. That's just it. So, Clara Pedro, I don't know when you will be back, but I'm trying to, as much as possible, to round up by 8 p.m. so that I can be on the move. And it's quite unfortunate that the network is really messing up with yours now. This could have been me, but I'm in a safe zone. I'm currently in a safe zone when it comes to network issues now. Clay, are you back?
So maybe
Oh,
we'll walk back to your safe zone right now.
that's my safe zone, please.
Okay. So
Sorry.
like I was saying, where was I? So okay, well, let me just first of all, emotionally
Yeah.
expressive men are those who feel comfortable openly sharing their feelings and thoughts with others. So of
Okay.
course, if they are comfortable doing it, that means they are emotionally intelligent. It means they value open communication. It means they will have empathy that you just mentioned. It means they will like to resolve conflict amicably. So when you bring all those things together, you start seeing the positive side of being emotionally expressive, because it's actually emotional intelligence to actually know what to say, when to say it, and even how to say it. Of course, men and women, they are not the same. We understand that because sometimes we might try to explain that, okay, women, they are more emotional. Men, even if men are more rational, inside that rationality, there are still emotions inside. Because when you want to react to any situation, it is your experience, or probably, let me say, the knowledge that you have that will make you restrict what you want to say and decide not to say it. Why? Because you have calculated it, you have thought it wise to say, okay, no, if I say this thing like this, you are looking at a bigger picture. That's why you wouldn't just react like that. Of course, there are levels to it, in a sense that somebody can have something to say and not choose the audience he or she will share it with. Of course, uh, most of all those persons that were bashing that man from the story you told, if you check it, most of those persons that were bashing him, they were not emotionally intelligent.
Okay.
They didn't have empathy to
Yeah.
realize that this human being is going through a lot. Instead of you to even show some sign of love or affection, you just decide to say, okay, no, let me just hit it. So it is a good thing for a man to actually be emotionally expressive. Let me just end there. I know we're already trying to work with time.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for your submission. I truly appreciate this. So it's a good thing you say actually, right? They shouldn't be seen or regarded as weak men,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But
Of
this
course, it
does this
doesn't mean that. Okay, you want to ask something?
yeah, say what you want to say.
Yeah, I said it doesn't mean that there are always control to everything.
Okay.
Because once somebody talks too much,
Yeah,
that's
I
no
was at
longer emotional intelligence.
okay.
If you are going through a lot, because we are not all genius, probably there's something you know that I don't know, and there's something that I know that you don't know. So if you are going through a lot, probably either with your partner, with your child, with your parents, with friends. There are certain persons you will discuss it with. They will just offer you a clear path, give you a better understanding to that particular situation. But if you are not emotionally intelligent, you won't even know the usefulness of all those friends that are in your life, what and who to share it with, so that you too can grow. Then you will bottle it up and not say anything. So not saying anything is not even being emotionally intelligent. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Clara Pido. Thank you, Ruth Valley, Alex, Michelle. Thank you, everyone that has come on in, and those that are still on private and are here. I can't see them. Mr. Henry, Adelina, and every other person. I want to say a very huge thank you to you all. And to my colleagues that have been staying and watching, waiting for Miss Amika only. Thank you guys. So I'll see you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week. Next week, which Valley is supposed to take us. And the lesson now I cannot capture because it's written down. So when it comes next week and take us on the lesson, we'll have it on our tag. Thank you so much, guys. I really love and appreciate your presence. So bye.
All
See
right.
you guys.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye bye, Hinex. Very well. Very good.
All right. Thank you so much. Push 10,000 like